Okay, so the question is, how can I teach my child to manage their emotions effectively? Um, so the first thing is, for me specifically, because I can remember back to being a teenager. And when I remember back to being a teenager, I think about the amount of time that I was trying to be something either that I wasn't, or I was trying to fit in, or I was trying to quiet my voice for fear of something. I didn't want I didn't want to have to talk to anybody about it. I didn't want to have to answer it to it. There was something about it that made me want to quiet my voice. And when I think about that and I look at that, it was really a matter of not feeling comfortable in my own skin. And so now that I look at it that way and I realize that that's what it is, I look back and I think to myself, it's much easier to manage your emotions when you know you're having them and when it's okay for you to have them. And so if you can get your kiddos to understand that everybody has emotions and their emotions are their emotions, you can't control your emotions. Like, for example, love, right? If you're in love or you're out of love with somebody, that's not necessarily something that you can control. It's an emotion, it's a feeling. So understanding that they are your emotions, but it's something that you're feeling and it doesn't define you. I'm sad. It doesn't make you a sad person. It makes you, I feel sad. You're not being sad, you're feeling that. And feelings are designed to be, in my opinion, a guide. Touch the stove, it's hot, hurts, take my hand off. That's a feeling. And understanding that basic example of it, sadness, all of the different things that go into you can look at an emotion wheel, they all boil back down to very key root emotions. And those root emotions are identified best by going straight through them. You feel sad. Okay, why do you feel sad? Well, I feel a little. Okay, do you feel a little? Because that's a qualifying word. Maybe you take that little out. I'm sad. Perfect. Why are you sad? What does it feel like when you're sad? Help them to identify and define that. And if you can help them to identify and define that, then you'll actually learn. I've learned my kiddo's personality a lot better by, oh, you're sad. Okay. Well, what does it feel like to be sad? The other part of that question that is difficult to touch on is it depends on how long they've been not feeling their emotions. How long have they been proverbially, I guess, kicking the can down the road on stuff that they could have addressed, maybe should have addressed, or probably even want to address because they see it as a deficiency in them. They don't like it. Because they don't like it, they want to fix it, but they don't know how to. And that's a very scary and confusing place for a kid to be. And without somebody saying, hey man, like, or hey girl, I noticed this. I noticed that you really sad today. What's going on? And just sitting down, taking the time to talk with them. If they've punted on their emotions for a long time, you're going to have to sometimes take it in the face as a parent because of how long they've been, I would say allowed, but I would say allowed, how long they've been allowed to not deal with their emotions. Much easier when they're little, much harder when they're teenagers. So I would say the first thing is getting a conversation with your kids right away, talking to your kids right away at young ages. When they're 2-3 years old, they fall down, they hurt. Oh, did that hurt? Identify that. Oh, it hurt. Oh, was that scary? Identifying those emotions to them so that they can start to build that habit, right? But if you can't catch it, if you didn't catch it and you're trying to fix it in high school now, sometimes it has to be a real, not an actual, but a slap to their face. Hey, you are fucking up, bro. And you have to change this. And if you don't, take them down to Central Street. See what that environment looks like. This is the direction that you're headed. This is the path that you're on. These poor people are in this position, or however you want to feel about that community, it's avoidable in my kids' capability and in their current condition and what they have going on. So if they continue down the path of doing this, that is possibly their future. I would suggest that we take care of it right now. Get them help, get them counseling. If you're not capable of it, find somebody. Get them. If you broke your ankle, you wouldn't pretend like it wasn't broken, right? If you've got a head trauma and you don't know how to fix something, get them professional help. Get them in front of somebody. If you're not capable of doing it, don't feel bad about the fact that you're not capable of fixing it. If you were capable of doing it, don't you think you probably would have already done it? They're in high school now, right? So it may have to be a metaphorical kick to the face to that kiddo with professional help and guidance behind it to help pick up the pieces. So it really depends on where they're at in how long they've punted on their emotions. But I would say there's no better time than right now to identify it and fix it, because these kids are our future. And so, or your kid is our future. So if I had a friend that asked me that question, that's exactly how I'd answer it.